Oh, gosh, that's quite big. Okay, so this video is on populations. That's sort of on the specification. It's part A out of population size and ecosystems. I'm not going to go through the terms. I'll refer you to Quizlet, but you are expected to know that ecology is the study of living things in their environment, that an ecosystem is a sort of an area with a particular set of conditions. It can be any size really. You might talk about a desert ecosystem, you might talk about a pond ecosystem, you might talk about a cowpat ecosystem. If you don't know what a cowpat is, just Google it. Community is all the organisms of all species, plants, animals, bacteria, everything, living together in one particular area. Habitat, where something lives. Population just refers to one species, so it's the number of organisms of one species in an area. And the environment is all the things surrounding an organism, and they fall into two things: biotic factors, which are the other living things that might be predators or prey or parasites, and the abiotic factors, which are things like, how much sunlight they're getting, or the temperature, or the inorganic nutrients available to them. And niche refers to the role. Now I think the best thing to do is to get onto Quizlet and get those learnt and do a few little tests, because they're the terms you have to use while you're talking about ecology. But this video is particularly concerned with population numbers. So, very simply, a population is a group of organisms living in an area. So this is my area. And I'm going to make my organisms little circles, just because they're easy to draw. So, drawing not my thing. So if we think about these little organisms living in this area, there are various things that can affect their population size. So our initial population size is 9, but if one of them has a baby, so if we have a birth, then that's going to increase the population size to 10. If one of them dies, the population is going to go back down to 9. If somebody moves in from the outside, our population will go up again. If somebody moves out to the outside of the population is going to go down again. So that's really, really simple. I hope you're very impressed by my little Pokemon death image there. So, population size depends on things that increase population. We've got births. Or of course we could be talking about something unicellular, so we could be talking about new cells produced. And you do need to think very carefully. You need to use appropriate terminology, so you wouldn't refer to a bacterium as giving birth. I'd confine that to animals if I was you. So we've got births and we've got immigration. And they're going to add to the population and cause an increase in population. Things that cause a decrease in population obviously we've got deaths and we've got immigration. And we can pop that into a little formula, can't we? So if we want to keep our population nice and stable, so in a stable population, where the numbers aren't rocketing up and down, so in stable populations, one thing that we can say is that the things that increase numbers, so births plus immigration, will be equal to the deaths plus emigration. And that will keep the population nice and stable. And I remind you again, so births, you're talking about animals. If you're talking about a population of deer, lions, wolves, bats, rabbits, you're talking about births. If you're talking about yeast or bacteria, you're going to talk about cell production and cell death. So I think that kind of really covers it. Don't forget that what will, to be able to utilise this formula. So, if you've got an increasing population, it means their birth and immigration are bigger than their cells and emigration, and if the population's declining, it means their deaths and emigration are exceeding their births and immigration. And you should certainly be able to use these symbols. So that's the bigger thing goes on there, and this is the smaller thing. So if we talk about increasing population, the births and immigration are on this side and the deaths and emigration are on that side. Decreasing, the deaths and emigration are exceeding the births and immigration. So that's, that is your simple quantitative treatment with all those things on it.